What's going on, Legion? As you're like always, we got the history of David Copperfield. I always liked magicians, man. I remember back in the day before Chris Angel jumped 3 sharks. That stuff was always super interesting to see. And I've always just kind of liked that stuff in general. But I don't watch, the full Penn and Teller. I don't want to watch that, but there are some good things on that. I've seen some of that. I remember watching some magicians and stuff like that on America's Got Talent. I mean, it's always very interesting. So, kind of a personal story on David Copperfield. I'm excited to see what this is about. So with that, let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good.
This narrative is far more than mere fiction.
Are you Master Copperfield?
I am indeed.
It is, in fact, written memory.
To be honest, I didn't know anything about David Copperfield. And when I first got the email from my agents, at a quick glance, I thought it was about the magician.
I'm David Copperfield. You're my aunt.
I've got a garden fork. Charles.
So I was actually wondering if this was that David Copperfield or if it was gonna be something different. And I was thinking before he said that, I'm like, I'm gonna have to redo my opening for this video, aren't I? I'm gonna have to change it up because sometimes things are just so embarrassing that I redo the reaction, at least the part up to, I'm glad he said that. I'm really glad because I went into it. I knew, like, is it the magician? There's another David Copperfield? Was an author? Was he not an author? Who was he again? I'm not quite sure. And I just full send. It's the magician. Whether it was right or wrong, whatever second thoughts I had, I just said screw it and I went for it. And apparently I was wrong. Crap.
Dickens always said it was his favourite of his books.
Wash him.
Janet! Yes, round the bar!
David Copperfield does resonate most closely with Dickens' own life and with his own experience.
This is Copperfield, he's new.
It's a coming-of-age journey. It's about someone who is trying to find his way in life.
I'm in love.
Really?
Utterly.
And I can relate to that as a human being, and I'm sure millions of others can.
What are you doing?
Medicine. Reviving you.
This is salad dressing.
Is it? Thought it was Armagnac.
And action! I'm a huge Dickens fan. I reread David Copperfield about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, okay, so apparently Charles Dickens, is that what he's saying? This is a character from a Charles Dickens? Is that what he said? I'm like, there's a million...
I'm a huge Dickens fan.
Dickens. Yeah, so maybe it's not an action... Yeah, so... You don't know, like, when it's somebody you don't know, like, I was just like, I didn't know, character in a book, a writer of a book, who knows? Yeah, so I'm assuming, based on what I'm hearing, this is a character from a Charles Dickens book, if that's the case. Which, hey, Charles Dickens, I've never been much on that kind of literature. Jesus, my throat, my mouth, it's so dry, and you can hear the rasp. But I pay attention to all things that happen for the most part, but individual things like this, I'm not going to always catch.
I reread David Copperfield about 5 or 6 years ago, and as I read it, I thought, I want to make this as a movie.
Are you expecting visitors?
Bailiffs.
It's the drama and the humour and the personalities.
Debtor's prisoner waits. It's constantly moving and engaging.
I'm ruined.
I have no money.
It's one of my favourite books. He's very good at
This
funny,
cast
but
is
he's
10
also
out of
really
10.
good at nightmare.
You can't take something from someone who has nothing!
It's these fluctuating fortunes of the characters, which is really fascinating to observe, and it will forever be relevant. So I think the movie's for everyone.
This is a remarkable day.
I think young people will identify with that whole business of growing up. And adults too, I think, will see how as you get older, you make mistakes and you're trying to work out where you're going in life. So I would love whole families to come and see it and each generation to get something out of it.
Donkeys! Shoo! Come on your way. I'll turn your hide and put you in a stew.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be one of those very interesting kind of, oh my god, part of it looks like play, part of it looks like a movie. I've never really seen anything like that for the most part, at least at that level. It does, like that, the scene with the girl being pulled on the rug, that it looked like a play. It looked like, I don't know, like a play set. It didn't look like a home or a movie set for a home. You know what I mean? Like, that was a pretty unique kind of feel to get while watching a movie. I don't know if I liked it or not, or I did like it. Like, I don't know. Play stuff has never been. I don't know. It was just so different. It's interesting though. I can't wait to get the people in the comments, right? Like when we were talking about War of the Worlds, they were remaking it, or they're making it from the actual book or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, the last time I ever heard anything about this was the Tom Cruise movie, and blah blah blah. Let's hope this one's better. And I got this snobbiest, just look down your nose, just the biggest losers you've ever known in your life. You know, the ones where you say like hi and they're like, well, actually, you know, the proper greeting is, you know, blah blah blah, suck some in my ass, because, you know, pop that champagne in my butthole, please, because that's the elegant way to do it, or whatever garbage snobby thing that they're doing, whatever it is. Well, actually, War of the Worlds was so and so's book, and you don't know anything about this book, and I'm just like, no, I never read freaking, you know, the War of the Worlds book in high school. Like, no, I didn't. Like, maybe you did, cool. But there's going to be people like, oh my God, Charles Dickens, or whoever the Dickens, we'll just say Dickens if I'm wrong. You don't know there's only 2 different Copperfields in the whole world? One that was a magician and one that was this made-up character, and oh man, I can't wait to see it. You know, it's going to be great, because those snobby people are just the worst. And then whenever I see it, I like to just point and laugh and look, hey, these people don't have people skills. They just say really insensitive and dumb things because they live their life in a bubble and they know certain things, and now they're going to make fun of other people for not knowing it. It's pretty sad. Those people are pretty sad. Either way, this looks a little better than reading the comments of those funny idiots. I don't know I really don't know what to think about this movie. You got the guy that played in House. I don't know any of their names. The woman that had the salad dressing, I can't remember her name either. She was the one that whitewashed Doctor Strange as the Ancient One. She played Gabriel, I think, in Constantine. I can't remember her name either. She's really great. The main guy, I think, is from the Bollywood movie that was like huge back in the day. I think it was just called Bollywood. I don't remember. And then there was the I think he was also in the one with whatever, Michael Sheen. I think they're in that hotel movie with I can't remember her name either. She always plays M in the 007 movies. I can't remember her name. I think he was that guy in that movie as well. I've never seen a lot. I don't think I've seen any movie with the main protagonist, the lead actor. I don't think I've ever seen a full movie or a movie with him in it proper. I just know of him and of his work. So, excuse me. And he's in another movie where I'm like, I'm on the fence. I don't think I'm going to see it. You know, this is like something that a girlfriend would pull you to. You don't want to see it, but your girlfriend wants to. And if that's the case, sometime in the future, maybe I'll see it that way. I don't really know if I'm going to see it myself. Also, I really like how the moon and what's supposed to be like a blue sky is really just that pattern. I didn't really notice that. Just, I don't know, really good. But with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys.